What's up my people, and welcome back to Just a Coin, where today, the coin we are going to be talking about is Grove Token. In this video, I'm going to start with the market's movement, followed by the announcements released by Grove Token and their team, and then a price prediction. So without further ado, let's get into this. As you guys can see, Grove Token is now sitting at a $58 million market cap, and the movement of the market is as we predicted. If you guys remember from my last video, I spoke about Grove Token beating this resistance zone right here, and then pushing a little further onwards, but I believe that it was unlikely for Grove to push up to this resistance zone up here, and as you can see, we ended up not being able to push through the resistance zone here at 1090. Yes, Grove being added to MEXC exchange listing was big news for the future and stability of Grove getting their name out there. However, that news alone was not going to be enough for Grove to start making bullish movements and pump ridiculous amounts, and as you can see around here, Grove was met with a hell of a lot of resistance and was not able to break through. However, I would not be too disheartened by the news, ladies and gentlemen, as Grove Token and their founders are in the works of trying to get Grove added to a top 10 or even a top 5 exchange listing at some point within the next week. So, provided they can make good on their word and deliver, we will see a lot of profit to be made. Especially if the market is dumping as it is right now, that means that in the long run, more money is there to be made. Now, I will give you guys the price prediction for the next day or two. Before I do, I'm going to quickly cover some very important announcements released by Grove Token. So if you guys want to hear that price prediction, be sure to stay to the end of the video. The first big announcement is that Grove Token have now reached over 30,000 holders. I spoke about this in my last video, that with the announcement of MEXC, that Grove Token were likely to gain a lot more traction and investors from this. Grove was sitting just short of 28,000 holders before that announcement, and since then, Grove have managed to gain an extra 2,000 holders in the course of just a day or two. More people are believing in Grove and its project and investing. Imagine how many more holders Grove will obtain when Grove get added to a top 10 or top 5 exchange. That number, as well as the market cap and price of Grove, will go through the roof. The second announcement revolves around Grove's new anti-whale system. Grove's priority is investors, and investors are always first. We made sure to have a buyback system to support the chart and reduce supply. Adding to that, our anti-whale system that stops anyone from selling more than 10 tether every 6 hours. Invest with a peace of mind. Grove are doing their utmost to look out for their new and smaller investors, as well as the people who have hundreds of thousands of dollars invested into this project. Now, this is the final section of announcements before I get to the price prediction, guys. This is about a scandal, a scam that heavily affected Grove Token. A tweet released by John G, released by Grove Token, states that Grove Token has serious intentions to become a powerful part of blockchain. And we absolutely do have strong intentions and the plans to get us there. And then they say, let us know what you think of Grove Token Review by Beta Syndicate. This website review covers a lot of important detail regarding Grove and a scandal that heavily affected Grove and its position in the market.
Beta Syndicate's founder has been in the blockchain space since 2012, and in that time, he has seen his fair share of scams and great projects land, grow, and either thrive or die in this space. When Grove first landed, the entire team at Beta Syndicate dug into Grove and found it to be a solid project. We also took note of the many negatives that came shortly after its launch and reported on our further research. We have reached out to Grove for comment, and after some time, we managed to contact the CEO over Grove. After asking the toughest questions that the Grove community, ourselves, and many others had, we found ourselves in an interesting position. Much of the negative findings we had learned about were answered truthfully by John, and we took the time to verify these statements. We also uncovered what appears to be a huge problem on our own merit, but not with Grove. Many negative issues have arisen from a scam Telegram channel pretending to be Grove Token. In fact, a recent video attacking Grove seems to come from a user who accidentally used this scam Telegram channel and lost his funds. We also found that the scam channel has almost 3 times the official channel's followers. This leads us to believe that this channel has had a massive detrimental negative impact on Grove and is behind perhaps hundreds of millions in losses.
Hundreds of millions of losses, ladies and gentlemen. It would be safe to say that this certain individual or individuals are responsible for creating a fake Telegram channel impersonating Grove, and the worst part is they had 3 times as many followers. They were so successful that the majority of the public who invested and cared about Grove didn't even know that it wasn't Grove that they were following. And that is very worrying. But as you guys heard, that Telegram channel has seemingly lost their funds and seemingly has been dealt with. What is said next is equally as important, if not more so listen carefully here, ladies and gentlemen.
We are revisiting Grove today to address what seems to be a huge problem that Telegram itself has done nothing about, and to address further information that we have uncovered that deserves our readers' attention. Grove Token deserves you and even ourselves to take another look at a project that is battling, fighting, and growing frustrated but still moving forward despite what appears to be a massive attack on a project that very well could be a victim of impersonation and dubious behavior by bad actors. We are independent and unbiased and do own Grove Tokens. We have written one positive review and then a negative one based on the research evidence. Our continued research uncovered further information that exonerates this project on many fronts. While there are still some questions and some FUD surrounding Grove, but there are far too many positives and a need for trust that we feel they deserve to regain. In that, we are taking the initiative to help Grove and help its community on our own. We are not being paid, we are not under contract, and we are not being pressured to revisit our last review. We do not like seeing a project being attacked, scammed, or cloned. Perhaps the biggest reason we are revisiting Grove is that we believe the industry deserves security and honesty. We are here to deliver the honesty, but the security is in Telegram's hands. Please visit the official links below for Grove and its social outlets. We also ask that you listen to our founder in the audio vlog below and take a second look into Grove Token. A great project that deserves a second look and your own research.
So as you guys heard, Beta Syndicate has done a lot of research on Grove Token and have exonerated their project on many fronts. A lot of the negatives that surrounded Grove have been debunked, and Grove's fight with impersonators and scammers and wrongdoers are seemingly coming to an end. Beta Syndicate believe that Grove is worth a second chance for the people who gave up on it too quickly. For those who don't have faith in that project, they are advising you guys to give it a second look, to give it another chance, because they believe, as well as myself, that the foundation of this project is a good one, and this will be a very, very popular coin in the future. For those who want to read up a little bit more on this, I'll be putting a link to this website in the description. And finally, I'll be giving you guys my price prediction. Well, as we can see from the market, it is currently dumping. As I said in the beginning of this video, that is not all too surprising. MEXC was a great step in the right direction, but as it is not one of the most popular exchange platforms, there are only so many people that will believe in Grove and invest in Grove that use MEXC. When Grove gets added to a more mainstream exchange platform, we can fully expect some colossal movements to occur, ladies and gentlemen. If it gets added to something like Binance, to the moon, honestly guys. In the meantime, I don't see any announcements that will be released in the next day or two, so I suspect that Grove will steadily dump back down to this little resistance zone down here, and potentially further. Potentially down to this resistance zone down back here, back to where it started before the announcement of MEXC. Now that the hype of MEXC would have died down. But, as I have been saying, Grove are attempting to be added to a top 5 or top 10 exchange by the end of this week. If they can pull that off, and they can pull through and make good on their word, we can expect a much bigger pump to occur, and I believe that Grove will most definitely break through this resistance zone right here, and potentially go up to here, if not even further up to this one. I don't know. I don't particularly believe that Grove will push further than this resistance zone right here, even if they got added to a top 10 or top 5 exchange. If they got added to something like Binance, I believe it will go to the moon. It will go up this high again. It will go back up to 1249 if not higher, but with just a top 5 or top 10 exchange, I see that it will most likely bounce up, break this resistance zone right here at the 1092 mark and push up to these two right here. So keep your eyes and ears peeled for that announcement, ladies and gentlemen. And furthermore, when Grove releases their teaser trailer to their play to earn game, that equally will have a positive impact on the market's movement. So when that gets released in the next 2 to 3 weeks, we'll be seeing another pump occur there and then, ladies and gentlemen. Just for the record, I am not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice, so please do trade at your own discretion. I am merely just stating my views based off my own research, but otherwise, if you want to keep up to date with all the hottest new crypto coins that are going to catastrophically blow up and make you the most gains possible, then please feel free to subscribe to my channel, like the video, and drop a comment down below on your thoughts and what coin you would like to see next. But remember guys, it's just a coin, and I'll see you in the next video.